Alright, so it looks like we need to take off the sway bar link. It's an 18. Gotta stick a wrench in here to hold it. It's a 19 you gotta hold it with. Take that out of there. Now this moves more freely. I managed to get this side bolt out. It didn't come out before. It just barely fits. So now, come on, get out of there. Alright, I'm struggling. I'm gonna turn the camera off and come back to you guys. I'm done. Oh my god, finally! You have no idea. What I had to do was lift this up and then at the same time pull this side out and then just yank it with this side in from side to side. And then it came right out. Here's the ball joint, really loose. Let's put the new one in. Alright, so usually everything goes back in easier than it came out. So let's hope that's the case this time. As soon as we get this part in, then we'll be good to go. Come on. I have to get it over the sway bar. Alright, well I managed to get it in, but now I'm fighting with putting this bolt back, the one that I had trouble with. I'm just having trouble lining it up. So, I'm not going to show that, but it's really a pain in the ass. So, see you when I'm done. Alright guys, I got a brand new grade 8 bolt, and was having a lot of trouble getting it in. First I got it through and through the bushing, but it wouldn't go through the top, and eventually I realized I had to push it in that way, like push on where the joint is, push it like that, and then it went in. So that was kind of difficult, but hopefully the worst is over. Alright, so now I'm gonna put this bolt in. This bolt barely got out, so let's see if it'll go back in to align this. Alright, it went in. Not too bad. Alright, so now we have this little guy that goes in there like that. I gotta line him up. This might be a little tricky. It's like everything with this job. Alright, after a few minutes of struggling, I managed to get it. Alright guys, I'm getting tired, so I won't be able to document every little detail, but I got the sway bar link in. You just have to push up on the control arm and then it should go in, and then you could put the nut on the back of it. I don't quite remember how this goes. I believe it might go like this. Somebody will tell me in the comments. Alright, we gotta tighten that down. Sorry again guys, but my light broke, so you probably won't be able to see this, but this is the other side of the sway bar link. I use my cell phone. So we're just gonna thread this on. Thread that on. Let's use some oil. Alright, so then I'm going to hold the Allen and tighten that in. I'm going to do that off camera. Now comes time to tighten the castellated nut on the ball joint. Now, I don't have my light, so I can't show it and use my light because I have to use my cell phone. I'm going to turn this until it gets pretty tight, and then turn it so that I can put the cotter pin through one of these little castles here through the hole. There's a hole in the shaft. Now when you do this, never loosen it to fit the cotter pin through. If you loosen it, then you have to, I would start all over again, release the joint from the knuckle and retighten it. And the reason that is because the shaft is a taper, and the taper, when you tighten the nut, it presses it in. So if you loosen the nut, now the only thing holding that in technically is the taper, and once the taper comes loose, it will come loose, and this will rattle, and who knows what can happen. But you need to hold it down with the nut and the taper. So do not loosen it. Tighten it down enough to put the cotter pin through. You don't need to super kill it. Alright, so bend the two tangs just like that so it can't come out. Alright, I got this one in. I have to push everything down and use like a punch, stick it in there to align it so I can put the bolt through. So now, you can tighten it up. Alright, next we're going to put this little guard. Almost done. Thank God. This is taking way longer than it should have. Put the rotor back on, and then cut the wire for this and put the caliper back on. Alright, put the bolts back in. Finally, we're going to put the wheel on. Oh my God. Alright guys, that's it. This one kicked my butt big time. It pretty much fought me all the way until putting this back on, every single step. But it's done. So hopefully the video helped anyone who needs to do this job. But thanks for watching. If you can subscribe to my channel, like my Facebook page, links in the description. I'd like that a lot. And see you later.